A very nice short-term trading opportunity on Bitcoin is presenting itself right now. So guys, please pay attention. Watch this video from the beginning and until the end. First, we're going to take a look at something very important, some very important news and developments. And some of the stuff is very crucial. And then I'm going to show you exactly what is going to happen this week that is going to drive the price of Bitcoin quite hard, in my personal humble opinion. Then we're going to get to TA and incorporate everything we've seen in the video and understand the technicals. I'm going to present you with a very cool trading opportunity in a very short-term perspective. So quick scalp trades. Very nice, very nice. So let's just get straight into this and subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so that you all are always notified when I make a new upload. So anyway, first things first, some news from econometrics, and they're becoming very bearish for traditional assets. So basically, there are a lot of currently, and this is a big report, I'm just going to summarize it real quick, and then we're going to move on because I know that your time is very valuable, so let's do this very fast. Early signs of a recession, and we're seeing a lot of these right now. For example, the jobs in the trucking industry are declining, and nobody's talking about this, to be honest. That's always a warning that business is slowing down. So this is like a very deep type of a metric. They also spoke about the job openings, but recently we actually seen job openings going up, so I don't think it's that relevant right now. But this certainly is, and that the housing market is currently seeing the largest correction since the Great Recession. Oof. So this is very serious. And if you haven't seen my previous video where I said that I want all of this to crash, and I think it's going to be amazing for Bitcoin, I'm going to link this video up here, a very strong video, and I strongly suggest for you to watch it. Very important. Now, also, the spread on the yield curve is reaching the danger zone. And I mean, we've seen this before. I actually showed this to you already. And when you fit the model and run the numbers, you'll find out that the current probability comes at 60% chance of the US being in a recession somewhere in the next 12 months. And previously, and they're also comparing it to previous times like dot-com crash, Great Recession, COVID recession, etc., the chances there were around 40%, 50% for dot-com crash, also 45% for Great Recession, and 40% for COVID. So I don't know what we can take away from this. And right now, technicalities-wise, it's 60%. So it is worse than before. And also, when you see that today is this probability is at 60%, then either something is completely different in the US economy that this model does not capture, or we are moving into a shit show, into a recession. So, and this is what, again, you know, a lot of I told you so many times, I'm not holding any stocks, whatever. I'm holding Bitcoin. This is the purest, soundest, most amazing asset out there. So, and as the video I actually attached before that I just mentioned, this is where I've discussed that I think there is a potential, if we see another recession and a credit crunch and credit crisis, that and when banks start failing, and this is going to be the recession, when Powell is finally going to flip and print a lot of money, all of this is going to be good for Bitcoin, even short term, even the dip in regular equities because of short-term liquidity crunch, the crisis, so to speak, would still be good for Bitcoin, because this is what we've seen. This is the reason why Bitcoin went from 17K to 30K on the collapses of the banks, Silicon Valley Bank, etc. So we've seen this already. And right now, another piece of news, that the US dollar collapse, a shock of $8 trillion predicted Fed inflation flip to spark a critical Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price boom to rival gold. So basically, this is exactly what I'm talking about, that Fed will keep raising maybe rates for a few more times, and then we're going to see finally this coming to fruition, banks starting to fail again, and a lot of the money, a lot of the liquidity is going to flee from the banks and the current system into Bitcoin. And then Fed is going to finally flip and is going to finally start printing money again, which is going to be what? Exactly. Even better for Bitcoin. That's why, guys, not financial advice, but if you're still waiting for Bitcoin to go to $10,000, I'd be very, very careful. Certainly it is possible, and I've mentioned it in one of my videos. I'm going to link it up here where, you know, like a black swan event that doesn't have anything to do with credit crunch, like war or pandemic, or what is some black swan event, something that could bring everything down. But when it is just a recession because of a liquidity crunch, this would not be a black swan event. This would be a white swan event for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Now let's move on to this, and this is also an example of one of those, black swans that is going to affect everything, including Bitcoin. And that is that there is currently a huge escalation in Middle East and Israel in particular, and it is not very good. There is the stunning violence in Israel with hundreds killed as fighters from the Hamas movement invaded from their Gaza enclave, whatever, and Israel responded in force. Added the possibility of broader Middle East conflict to the sense of global instability sparked by Russian military actions almost 20 months ago. So there isn't very much stability here, to be honest, and Israel is not in a very good position currently, and the same thing goes for political tensions, Russia, Ukraine, and also Middle East, and we were saying China, Taiwan. So these are the types of things you really want to pay attention to, because if these things escalate to a crazy World War level, then of course, everything could be crashing down, including Bitcoin, possibly. Now, before we get to the trade, before I show you what I'm seeing right now and what I'm going to be doing as well, let me just point this out, the obvious, that actually in a couple of days, I think this is on Wednesday, we're seeing PPI come out, and this is important. This is a very important measure for inflation, 1.6, forecast 1.6, so this is very important to pay attention to, but the most important is going to be CPI, guys. That's what we really want to see. And the main one basically is going to be forecasted from 3.7 to 3.6, and hopefully it's going to be like this. So I think this is Thursday. Please pay attention. This is what is going to, if it's going to be bad, this is going to affect all markets, in my opinion. And also, basically, the core one is forecast to go for 4.3 to 4.1, which is actually a consistent decline in inflation. So if this comes as a forecast, then this is going to be quite good and in line with what we've been expecting and discussing on this YouTube channel. Now let's get to the point of today, because there is a very important formation. Having discussed all the news and all the reports that are going to be coming out this week, let's take a look at the trade that could be taken easily for some short-term profits. Certainly, if you want to be trading actively, you need an exchange that you can trust. And with my exclusive link down in the description of this video, you can claim up to, it's absolutely incredible, up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. All deposit requirements and trading requirements, everything is there once you sign up using my link down in the description of this video. All the information is there. Very easy to complete and get the bonus for your actual real trading, which is amazing. And you also get other bonuses, and you also get a chance to join my free Telegram community, Discord community, where I post all of my trades and the trades of my team. Because on YouTube I post all my bigger trades, and on in the Discord we post all the smallest ones and liquidity trades, some really interesting stuff, scalp trade, day trades, etc. So up and down and up and down and up and down. And we are doing very well. So if you want to be a part of it, there is no way to pay for it. The only way to be part of it is if you're either a Bybit or a BitGet trader, and you need to use either the links to either one of the exchanges that are in the description of this video. So you need to be a part of my community. So now, let's move on to here. And look, we're actually at a very important point right now as I'm making this video. I'm going to try to upload it as fast as possible. Right now we have this flag right here that has very distinct resistance and very distinct support. If we break this level, with some volume right here and potentially come to retest it, again, this could be a beautiful re-entry or adding to the trade, or just entering at the break of this support right here. And if this happens, then we could actually write down about $500 on Bitcoin, and this would put the target for this trade at about, I would put the target at about 27,280, 27,300, and this would actually be, let me remove all the drawings, this would actually be, this is a 15-minute chart, and certainly, once again guys, we are active traders and we are trading whatever happens. So if the breakdown below that I've just mentioned happens, beautiful. This is a beautiful short-term shorting opportunity. If it actually, jiggles along a little bit and then breaks to the upside, the same logic could be right here also, with a target of about this high right here. So that would be also a trade of about, the target could be 28,300. So a $400 move on Bitcoin, very quick, reasonable leverage, use proper risk and money management, and check out this quick tutorial how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management. Very useful, even if you think you know how to trade. And if you're gonna actually zoom out a bit, you will see exactly why this trade could be pretty cool. So we had this level of 27.2, we broke above, and we are in this vicinity, in this formation, that we actually could still, why I think that this short trade could be quite interesting is because we could be right now at the verge of just continuing this formation, maybe breaking to the upside. So in this vicinity, taking this quick short would be just beautiful. That would be just part of this whole formation right here. This is always beautiful, and certainly if it breaks to the upside, also a chance. But for now, with, you know, until we see any kind of catalysts this week, possibly we would just jog along. So therefore it will be just trading the side move, but in reality there is enough volatility to make money, which is absolutely beautiful. And if we zoom out even further, that we will see we had this breakout, retest, another breakout, and we're kind of juggling along. So could be just an interesting, maybe even grabbing liquidity lower, and by entering here in this super small time frame right here at this break, possibly, again, this is trading, anything can happen, but this is something I'm going to be taking personally. And certainly, guys, remember, I still have my long trade over in Bybit. My $700,000 long trade is still there. I'm not closing it. I believe in it. This is my long-term trade. This right here is just short-term scalp trading that we just benefit from all the smaller moves. That's about it. And it all just looks quite nice regardless of what kind of time frame you're looking at, which is in my opinion pretty beautiful. And there is going to be an impulse because a lot of people have their stops right here, a nice liquidation, short-term liquidation, so the price would be dragged down again if it happens. If not, if it bounces, very nice long trade as well at the break of this resistance right here. So guys, check out this quick tutorial somewhere on the screen if you want to learn how to trade Bitcoin properly with proper risk and money management. And as always, peace and love, Thomas Corallo. Stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.